right, let's get weird, boys. Stop the music. Hey, turn it the fuck off. Thank you. Jesus, can't hire good help anymore, man. All right, here we have Showbiz in the squad. I'm not sure. We're going hangars. This is one of my favorite spots, as you guys saw today. We went here every drop except for the last like 2. Showbiz going in the hangars by himself while a squad lands on the building. I'm not against this. I did this exact same I did see another team, but there wasn't that many teams around this area. Most of the other enemy teams flew on the backside, so we have a little bit of open opportunity to get some loot, get some and get out of here. Yeah, FFAR for sure. Easy plate. Now we hear a lot of shots over to the south-hand side of the map, but unfortunately we're not in any of those combats. No pings going out, none of our teammates shooting. So right now we're just kind of in observe mode. Loot/observe. All we need to do is just find enough plates to get in a fight and be able to cover ourselves with plates. Find enough ammo to go ahead and take out everybody, and as well as money.
You can almost buy already.
When I do this in position, we've already looted the hangars. We've already looted this long quarry building, right? So now it's time to decide what we're going to do. We already want to go ahead and buy. We don't have quite enough yet. We're sitting close. We need about 2 grand, just doing rough math. If you're adding it up like a try hard, like Savage, you're wrong. Out of here. So we roughly need to get to the buy station, right? But again, we hear shots down to the south. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume they're probably over here, over this way. Not to mention a vehicle did just drive by. So we can take this opportunity to use that vehicle as bait. If the vehicle drives off and no one shoots at them, you might be okay. There might not be anybody there. But if a full team starts blowing that vehicle away, you might need to rethink your push. Because again, I'm all for fighting, but if you have an opportunity to have money and get your money and get your load out, I would probably prioritize that than fighting a squad who has a really good building. Because fighting police station isn't the easiest task. You're going up against a good team. Quad drove past the buy. No one shot at him, so I'm going to go ahead and assume if there is a player there, it's probably not a full team, because when people are with full teams, they usually get ballsy and they'll start shooting at vehicles. So we can go ahead and make our way to police station together just in case there's a team there. We should be able to get the rest of the money around the police station area. We've got boxes in that little hangar or that little building over here. I'm trying to ping it. That little rectangle building, there's usually a couple crates in there you can get money from, and then of course you have 3 levels of police station as well.
I found an orange crate and it gave me $1,200. That's why I said something. And then it gave me $1,200. Now we can buy.
And again, and I'm gonna talk about this, and you're gonna be like, Savage, first off, stop pausing the video. Second, we already know this. But movement, right? Slide canceling. When you go around the corners, you want to do that in a slide cancel. That way you come around the corner fast as right? A lot of people get in this motion, they start learning the slide cancel, but when they come to a corner of a wall, for example, let's rewind this a little bit. Like around this wall right here, right? If there's an enemy sitting right there and you slide cancel past it and look that direction, you're gonna see him before he can see you because of latency delay, right? So you want to take advantage of that information. You want to take advantage of that mechanic. You want to go ahead and slide cancel past all corners of buildings.
Now we can buy.
Not to mention, make sure you're slide canceling. The reason again why I'm bringing this up is we just finished spectating a team last match that literally didn't slide cancel one time.
No, they're not coming here, bro. They're not stupid.
It's broken. Shoot him once.
Loady. Yeah.
Get loading, and of course make mental notes where everyone's at. We got a most wanted bounty on the top of the long building. Because he's got most wanted, I would assume that he's by himself, and I would take advantage of that. I'd want to go ahead and push up that double staircase building and try to pinch the hell out of that enemy before he gets his teammates back. Now, a lot of people do bait most wanted, so don't just assume it's 1, 2, or 3 players. It could be a whole squad holding staircases. You never know, but you at least want to try. If you end up finding out there's multiple people there, it's going to be a hard push for you. Then you can try to come up with a different play, an audible, and figure out how to get out of that situation.
Stunning.
Love the fact that he noticed it might be bait, but ended up not being because he was by himself. But Showbiz was right. Showbiz thought the exact same and I like to see that for sure. You got to be careful with most wanted, especially when you get higher tier lobbies. Higher tier, once it's diamond, platinum, even gold, people will bait out of that, just get easy kills. There's squads that run around with getting most wanted bounties the entire game just so they can get easy kills. People come to them. They don't have to walk in the open. They don't have to drive around. They don't have to think about rotations. The people just come to them and they just come up as they come out in the open.
This car is still driving around, bro. Like what?
There's no fear, bro.
After we get this fight won, there it is.
Down one, down one, down one.
We got enough money for our UAVs as well.
Sorry about that, guys. Fucked
Wait,
him up, though.
there's gotta be one more then, right?
Not about it.
Also, fun fact, you guys didn't know this. The reason why you see more and more people running throwing knives, if you don't know this, is for fast executions, right? Instead of sitting there meleeing them twice, wasting your ammunition, just a quick 1-2, that's it. He's done. You don't have to waste any time, especially if in the middle of a combat. If there's 2-3 enemies around you and they're all shooting at you, and he's in the middle of self-res, and instead of going out in the open and getting a little melee hit, you know, the throw a knife and dip out to safety and replay it up, fight out the fight, whatever the case may be.
Yeah. They both had stealth, probably. Go down to cities.
Damn it, man.
Get that car. Car, we can get there.
I also adjusted my aim down too, but yeah, that
I got a heli pushing me. PD
I don't know what the hell he's doing. He thought about it and then realized real quick it's probably a stupid idea.
I'm sure they're gonna come this way. Yep, there's nine
Oh, we got guys right here. Right here. Yeah.
All right, so this position here. I like the play. I understand the play. Unfortunately for our teammates, though, they're going to have to cross out in the open by themselves with no vehicles, no cover, and things like that. So the teammates at this point are really, really vulnerable. Now, it's not a bad play we just did. We could go and pick up our teammates, but we run a huge risk in getting up ourselves, right? We go reveal our vehicle right in this area, and they end up shooting both of us, and now we're both trapped. They disable our vehicle, things like that. So I like the fact that he actually drove the vehicle here to put a different angle on the enemy. So if we start shooting at the enemies this direction, they're gonna have to hide behind this side of the tank, this side of the tank, or in the buildings. If they do hide behind the buildings, then orange now has a line of sight on them as well. You want to always approach enemies at different angles and try to make the fight a lot harder for them instead of just lining up together. And also back to the vehicle thing, you don't want to put your vehicle in a position to get up and then you're all stranded. Unfortunately, again, orange. Okay, so as far as orange is concerned, he had, again, a wide open area. I would not have pushed yet. I would have allowed blue, who's behind us, who should be pushing towards us right now, to help green out. Then we have ourselves, showbiz. We need to go ahead and get a knock or distract the enemies from shooting at our teammates who have to run across. Because not only is it orange, but purple has to do the same thing. Now, going to purple. I don't know what purple's doing over here. Again, long distance fights. We don't have our loadout, or we do have our loadouts yet, but even if we do have our loadouts, get a knock, what's going to happen? They're going to get res, they're going to self-res, and then still showbiz is over here by himself. So realistically, orange and purple should have pushed together once we distracted the enemies.
Where were those shots from?
Because now we're in a solo, God knows what kind of a fight.
Okay, I got one.
And we're by ourselves. Oh, the footwork! Oh, he's mad.
Oh my god, the kid's that. I think
Oh, he's so mad.
come back.
I think there's a guy in the window as well.
On me. Crack, down. There's one more.
Hey guys, let's play video games so we can play four corners. So as far as the enemy team is concerned, they played that wrong as well. First off, forget about the first two guys. Let's talk about these two guys sitting in both corners. Why would they sit there? Why? If you're gonna camp a building, please go to the high ground. It's gonna be a lot harder for us to push up a staircase than it is for us to come in three different doors. You have a door to our right, a door behind us, and a door to our left, right? Come on, man. Common sense, guys. If you're panicking, if you're outnumbered, you got to think of the best play. Don't just go to the first corner you're next to and sit there. Not to mention, talk about stuns, flashes, things like that. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, bro? Rely on aim assist? Good luck.
Oh, good help.
Just stun myself.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I just heard a stun grenade. I don't know if it's an enemy, but your teammate stunned himself, so we're good. We're clear.
Going.
So again, as far as Showbiz pushing this fight, I think he had the right idea, but I really wish purple would have been closer to us, and I really wish we would have gotten some shots off of the enemy before orange and purple ended up pushing by themselves. I'm sorry, orange and blue.
Some place.
Yeah, plenty of plates. We got plenty of money. I'm about to buy a. Who went to Gulag? Here, buy yourself. I'm about to give you money for yourself.
No,
Now this is what you need.
don't worry about it.
Can you guys hear him fine? Do I need to turn the volume up? Do you guys, are you good with the volume? Because what he's saying is really important. What he just said, he's giving out direction. He's like, hey, you buy this, you did this, you did. He's distributing the money. He's coming with a game plan. Now, a lot of people keep saying, Savage, make a video on teamwork and different positions of the team. What does one player do? What does the other player do? there are no positions. You're not going to have a team sniper. You're not going to have a team leader. You should have somebody that you kind of follow around, but all of you guys should be working in unison, coming up with the same plans together. In this video, I really hope we don't only see Showbiz do this. Hopefully his teammates do it as well. But you want to have a team that helps each other out. Someone who's always paying attention to the money. That way you guys know exactly when to buy, when not to buy. You don't end up running away from a buy station when you can have enough money to combine and get a UAV. Same thing with finding things on the mini map. If you see something on the mini map, make sure you say it, because your teammates may be distracted with some other shit right now and they may not see it as well. Always call out everything. Just like when we were playing today with Expel and Dracoda and all them, our comms were on point and we ended up winning our first game playing with them. Comms are crucial. Comms are everything, and teamwork is the most important thing. Don't just try to approach this like it's Battlefield. Like you're going to have a team medic, you're going to have a team this, you're going to have assault. Like this isn't how battle royales operate. It's a team-based game, but you don't have different positions. You don't have a sergeant, lieutenant, private, any of that shit. So get that out of your head and start doing work together. You're always going to have that one player that's the carry that you want to kind of follow his tempo and his lead. When it comes to everything else, teamwork, guys. Don't just rely to get carried in all aspects. You don't want to be that teammate that brings nothing to the table. If you're that teammate that can't hit your shots and don't drop a lot of kills, start being the strategy guy. Start being, and that's how I got good at strategy. Back in the PUBG days, bro, I couldn't hit a barn door to save my damn life, but I was a strategy guy. I was the one that dictated rotations and things like that. Find out what your strong suit is and capitalize on it. But again, at the whole, make sure you guys are working in unison.
I was just in a bad spot.
I threw an armor box down on accident. Or an ammo
It looks like the bounty we have is going to be sitting in apartments. I think. I can't tell,
On green right now.
but I think that's what he's doing.
And he just jumped off.
Look at this ammo box, dude. I thought it was a
Let me
trophy.
go get him.
I broke his blue. He
Team is tracking your position.
No.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Is there someone top green? Or he's moving, he's running.
All right, again, we need to be with our teammates. I like the fact that one of us is sitting back here providing cover, like either us or purple, but both of us don't need to be back here. We need to push together in greater numbers. Even though we had two teammates push that guy and they ended up getting the kill, what happens if they ran into 4 players?
there were people.
It would not have been good for them at all. They would have run that corner and got obliterated.
Back to the buy really quickly.
I'm watching the roof.
I'm with, yeah.
Well, I got decked from,
All right, as far as that, I mean, sometimes you just get on. We had no idea there was a guy on top of the dealership.
I'm coming back.
Now there is, and we're safe.
Yep.
Now, let's imagine you're the guy on dealership. What do? Savage, you always tell us to push a knock. I do, but this is a long distance for them to go, right? You don't want to push this fight at all if you're the guy on top of dealership, because you will get on. We will be rezzed, we will be plated, we'll be waiting around the corner for you, and it's just not a good push. Try to judge when to push an enemy, when not to push, based on 2 things. Is there enough cover to get to the enemy safely? And how far away is it? Can I push the enemy when he's downed before he gets rezzed and plated? Now, the plated is a huge issue. If he gets rezzed, that's fine. But remember, if they get rezzed and they start running, they're one tap because they have no plates yet and their health is still recovering. So make sure that you're pushing the enemies and capitalizing on it. My role is pinging and bait. You gotta have that.
Go, 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 go.
Unfortunately, they did push and we were not ready and waiting. That's unfortunate, bro. That is absolutely unfortunate. Damn, I was not expecting that. I honestly didn't think they were gonna push. I really didn't. I probably wouldn't have pushed that fight. But if I was in this position, if I was Showbiz, I would have sat here waiting for them just to see if they pushed, listening to my headphones, watching one side while my teammate watches another side. That was just unfortunate timing. Damn.
Sorry.
Fight to earn
Thought we'd
redeployment.
make it.
How are we so split up like that?
Yeah, and the split too, guys. Remember, this isn't a tournament. You're not in a tournament. The goal is not to fight your teammates for kills. Play as a squad and start bulldozing from enemy to enemy. You don't want to be in a position where one guy takes both of y'all out because y'all are spread out. There's no reason for that. Remember, the object of the win is to get kills, win the game, and have fun. That guarantees to be a lot easier if y'all start sticking together. That's why I was getting mad earlier today playing with the first squad we were playing with. We were just, everyone's doing their own shit. That's why I got super irritated. I hate to see that. You don't want to be spread out, because if you get caught up, they could have won this fight. Showbiz might not be in the gulag right now.
For that top one on the titties. Guy right on top of this.
Yeah, I can't believe he didn't drive straight either, honestly.
Fight's kicking off. Get yourself sorted. You're up next.
And this is just the gulag wait, boys. Unfortunately.
Immediately, regardless.
Sir, I'm trying
Yo, Croatian Killer, thank you for the follow, my dude. Welcome, brother.
To the front line.
I'll be okay.
You're done.
Right.
Sort them out or capture the objective.
Coming from timber.
Not roughed up.
Alright.
We're bringing you.
Damn.
No
Hate to see it.
worries, no worries.
Team has the cash.
Big game.
Got him.
But we got cash. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I'll take it, Lodi.
What did you have, Biz? You had an hog?
I had a far and a AUG, yeah.
Now come back from the gulag when an area's safe. This is self-explanatory. There's really no reason for me to say shit right now.
Oh shit! There was a
Grab your
hog
crap and
shit
go.
right there.
Yeah, I got it.
Honestly, if I was the guy in the vehicle, I would have waited for Showbiz to pick up his stuff, and I would have drove him to his loadout, so then we could each get our loadout, and we could be gone by now, you know?
Let's go.
Instead, they're just kind of waiting on us.
Got
I
decked
was on the
twice.
roof, but left. I was about to again.
Rocking the...
I think I just saw a guy.
All right.
Super. I could be wrong.
All right.
Could have been a leaf.
You're safe. You lost the enemy track.
Thanks, Craig.
So the guy that pulled up was a solo,
I think this
or
is my sniping sensitivity now.
No, it was
think I
just
found
two.
Positive ID on the bounty target. Sort them out. Got gas moving in.
I didn't even know he had a.
So I wouldn't even f with Superstore, and I really wouldn't. If there is anybody here, they're gonna be holding weird angles and sitting in corners and sitting in rooms, and you're just gonna run the risk of dying. Now, if I know for sure there's people here and I see pings, I'll probably go in and fight them because that means they're doing something. That means they're fighting and they're not just sitting camping waiting for us to walk through a door. We don't need money. We have got plenty of that. Not to mention we do need to buy as well, and we have a most wanted bounty all the way to the west side of the map. At this position here, stop looting, get the hell out of stadium, get in the vehicle by you guys, and go chase down this asshole that we now have marked on the map. That's exactly what I would do in this position.
I'm getting top of super.
Yeah, I'll get good control.
But I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't paying attention if they spotted anybody or not.
Ooh.
I'll try to get a self here.
They were in a heli. They flew all the way to the
Bounty
airport.
target is down.
Well, there goes the bounty. Never mind that one. Jesus.
Pop a super UAV.
I call it stadium again? God damn it. Superstore, I'm sorry.
Enemy UAV overhead.
They both start with S, man.
UAV overhead. UAV entering the AO.
I need recon on my position.
Enemy UAV overhead. UAV entering the AO.
All right. So advanced UAVs are awesome. You don't really get them commonly. Usually a lot of teams, whether you're sweaty or new, you usually just go UAV to UAV. But I always recommend, especially the fire sale, get an advanced UAV in the air so you can start planning out your basically the next 10 minutes of your game, right? Go where the most teams are at and clustered, but not too clustered together. And the reason why I say not too clustered together is when you look at these areas, when you look at Boneyard, everyone's super on top of each other. There's 2-3 teams right here, right? By the time we make it to these guys, they're going to be all dead except for one team, most likely. So we could travel all this way for one guy. So what I'd like to do in this position is kind of chase down the teams and bounce from team to team. Up here looks a lot more promising for kill hunting for me, because you can go from the guys at airport to these guys to these guys to these guys, or whatever order you want to go in, as opposed to just going all the way to Boneyard when most of them, again, will probably get killed off before we get there. But with saying that, I love Boneyard. I might go there.
Broken armor. He's a
Somebody's
bullet.
right on you, though, Clee.
Friendly
station
UAV
identified.
overhead.
And there's another team over there, too.
A lot of people down in Boneyard area.
They're still flying in, though. I don't know exactly where they're going to end up going.
Hangars too. 3 teams at hangars.
Yeah, they ended up flying a little bit more south of Boneyard.
UAV overhead.
2 teams at train.
Friendly UAV
Pushing this guy at
overhead.
storage. He's on the bar here.
Yeah, thankfully, even though we're pushing, again, I don't like the idea of us pushing by ourselves. We only need one teammate to spam UAVs. The rest of them should be with us, to be honest. I definitely would rather push with my team than be splitting up like this. Not sure exactly what Purple's doing. He's running around the building, maybe getting loot. But again, we're in a position. We have a ton of money. We have a fire sale active. There's no reason for loot, in my opinion. Granted, I can't see from his point of view. I have no idea exactly what he's doing, but it just looks like his teammates are wasting a little bit of time. Again, only one person to buy UAVs. That's all you really need. Get everybody to come help us push this and take advantage of that advanced UAV. Don't let it go to waste.
For everybody we fight is gonna have
Yep, good call.
self-revive. Guy flying in somewhere.
Yeah, he brought back here.
Into the doorway. Hopefully get some shots before he does.
Kelly.
Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal. Enemy UAV overhead.
I love seeing how enemies operate on the advanced UAV. Just seeing the way that they move, what they do instead of what they're supposed to be doing.
Putting,
Watching that little triangle move is very entertaining for me.
These guys are shooting at me at green mark.
And again, there's not really much to say in this position. They're doing exactly what they need to be doing. Bouncing from UAV ping to UAV ping, marking it, paying attention to what's around them. They got really blessed with the fire sale, so that's awesome. That's not a common thing.
One on the
To the right
train.
of the train.
someone on the other side by the train, watch out.
Enemies in the area.
And notice the fact, instead of just running right towards the train, he's actually utilizing cover. He's bouncing from cover to cover. He's not ever putting himself in the open for more than a couple seconds.
Like the doorway thing. Can't wallbang that.
I'll have an angle on him in a second.
Right there, boys. Flying in. You guys flying
Now,
in.
again, while we're here, I would go ahead and take advantage of, again, getting more UAVs in there.
We're getting pushed by Bertha.
Yo, Lufty, what's up, brother? Or I'm sorry, Lufter, what's up, man? How you doing, brother?
One hopped out. He's running back.
Here somewhere on blue ping.
Green ping. He should be on the other side of that ridge there.
Anybody holding UAV?
No.
No.
That'll be huge right now, though.
Yeah, we really should have got a UAV.
Just jumped off. Right here on this wall. I see at least two.
Now, this is a very, very f***ed up spot to fight in, right? Because like they said, there's two guys on the wall. And when you're starting to tunnel vision on the wall and trying to get those kills, you run the risk of getting sniped from these rooftops, ogged, whatever. You end up getting shot from the rooftops or even this giant warehouse building to our left-hand side. Fighting in this position is very, very uncomfortable. Don't ever put yourself out there like b-hopping around the corner to get some shots off, because when you b-hop, you could be out in the open. You could get f***ed on. Not to mention, usually, especially in Warzone, there's multiple teams camping on top of each other, and they might have had Ghost on. So I'd definitely go ahead and play using this wall as cover. Hopefully get a pick. Hopefully get the execute. Kind of play it a little bit slow instead of diving in. But it really, really depends on where the enemies are actually positioned at.
I think there's more.
This right
Oh
here.
my God, I got
Exactly what I mean. Like, I understand the play. I would probably have used this wall, but I probably wouldn't even come out here anyway. I would stay on the other side of the wall because weird, right? Weird. Literally, as we're saying it, watching it for the first time together, it happens. So weird. But this is a common thing. Again, this is why I highlighted it. It's nothing against anybody, but when you got to be aware that when you push areas like this, there's a lot of rooftops, and whether that was the guy's teammate or not, doesn't matter. He's got to at least be aware of that, because as soon as he popped that bunny hop, he got taken out. So strange.
God,
So
jacked
strange.
again.
Show he's running.
Sniping for me.
Oh, shit, I'm getting sniped. What the fuck?
I'm full
On
selfing.
me.
We need help over here, boys.
Right here.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what orange and blue are in, but again, orange looks like he's looking at something, I hope. Because they're looking a whole different way. I don't know if there's another fight going on, so I'm gonna be honest, I can't really speak for them, but you don't want to get in two separate fights at the same time. Unless orange is fighting somebody right here, there's no reason for him to be looking over there. And I really hope he's not fighting someone on this compound, because again, it's so far away. That's not your immediate fight. You guys as a squad, every squad wants to stay focused on one fight at a time. If you spot another enemy, then dip the fuck out of where you're at instead of starting shooting at everybody like a Rambo, because guess what's going to happen? You're going to get f***ed on. It's not going to be a good ending. You don't ever want to put yourself in a position to get pinched. So if orange is fighting someone that's at the building across from him, just make sure you're safe from that building and continue fighting this fight. Unfortunately, we're technically in a 2v whatever right now, though.
I got one
Good
down.
beams.
I need you, Muse. He's stunning me.
Once I take a potty break. Orange is in combat. He ended up getting a kill. And it looked like a guy was actually pretty close. I'm not sure, but it looked like the guy was actually pretty close. And the second he got the kill, orange diverged on us. So I'm not going to hate on orange too much, I'm going to be honest.
Out.
Oh, yeah, this side.
Now we got a vehicle driving past us. Not much we can do with that.
Oh no, Ghoulie. Okay.
So I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if that's the same team Orange's fight or if it was a different team.
I need to.
It wasn't a team wipe when Orange got that kill, but they seemed pretty relaxed. I don't think it was a separate team.
Absolutely, bro.
Oh, I should have downed him before he fooled him.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, immediately.
Getting hyper focused in games is very. I still do it. You know, I try not to, and I feel like I don't do it as much as most players. But getting hyper focused is extremely easy. Tunnel vision is huge.
Pushing back.
It happened to me today. Dakota was tunnel vision on the guy that he was shooting at. I went down right behind him, and he took off down the hill, way the fuck away from me.
There's a satchel in here.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I need that.
Not gonna lie.
What's this person's KD? What's your KD, Showbiz?
A ghost loadout.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say probably like 1.5 to a 2.5, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, we almost got him off.
Maybe higher, but that's the range I'll give it.
Money on the floor. He might have enough.
2.1 on a good day. Good shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, where the
And guys, we got a lot of subs coming in. I apologize. Yo, Poncho with the gifted tier 1 sub. Thank you, Poncho, for the love, brother.
Cracked him, Clee. Down.
Beautiful. Now, this is why I hate the AUG, right? And this is Savage. Stop bitching about the AUG. Look, I'm not. And it's nothing at show business. We all do it, right? The AUG is what it is. But if you're running in the open, mind your business, just trying to get from one place to another, sometimes you just don't have cover to jump to. And this is one of those situations. You got to cross railroad tracks. There ain't no cover. And unfortunately, wrong place at the wrong time. As far as the enemy's concerned, there's really not much you could have done. He either A, is supposed to solo push us, or B, die. I mean, and that's the unfortunate thing about the AUG. You're going to get 1, 2, 3 bursts to your grave.
Right here on the other side of that rock. I have no angle on him. Left, you see him?
Now, again, I wouldn't get too hyper focused on the down because we don't know if he's got teammates nearby.
Let's grab this bounty.
teammates right here.
Yeah, right here.
I'm actually Poncho coming with 2 gifted subs. Poncho, my dude, thank you, fam, for the love, brother. Appreciate it, man.
My God, dude. The guy was running like a bot. I couldn't even hit him. He was running so weird.
Bounties there.
Let's
Yeah.
get it done.
And bounty's so far though. Did we wipe this whole area? There's got to be still people here, right? In both. All right.
No, there weren't that many people.
I wonder what the circle looks like. Position like this, you got 39 players left on the map. It's basically there. Oh, shit. You're so fast at it. Let me rewind. Hold on. I wasn't fast enough.
We can probably go with.
All right, let's look at the circle. It's going to be more of a train station promenade ending than anything. So as far as gatekeeping people to the south, you don't need to worry about that. The chance of people coming from airport, though, is great, especially if we remember what happened, right? We had an advanced UAV. There were a ton of sitting up around the airport area and then over towards the hangar area. So, and as you can see, the bounty is over here towards the apartments, right? So you could go over here to IHOP and bank and get that kill. Or, okay, you have 1 or 2 things you can do. One, we can wait for the circle to collapse to see if there's anybody in storage town, because I think there is. I think the airport will rotate their storage and they would have to cross in the open and put themselves vulnerable. We could wait and be patient for that, or we can go ahead and just hop to these guys over here and get the kills, because I guarantee you, not only the bounty going to be there, but other teams are going to be there as well. So if you're going for kills, this would be your best bet, but I would you might want to watch this, because if you end up crossing and getting in a fight with these guys, you could get pinched and third partied. So again, I would keep my eye on storage town a little bit.
Yeah, last one tip.
You gotta. Did you drop the money? Oh, never mind.
All right, here we have a vehicle to our left-hand side. This should be easy beams. Again, AUGs, FFARs. Oh,
We don't need that.
doesn't matter. Blue just carnate to the goddamn face, my man.
Unless we find a,
He said he's dead.
find a bag.
I love it. You know you hit a good shot when you're calm about it. Yeah, he got.
Let's get this man
I love that.
for real.
I got a muni too.
I love it, dude.
38.
It sounded like a car. I think it was a car.
No, there you go. There you go. Yo, bro.
And again, I do think there's gonna be people coming from storage town, so we could again gatekeep that or go to chase the bounty. Now, again, the game could be about patience. We've got 38 seconds for the circle to collapse, which means the next circle's position will be revealed. With the knowledge that we have of that, you could push the bounty, which I wouldn't be against. Again, you could do that. You could sit here and hold everyone coming out of storage town, or you can wait for the next circle to close, find out where that's going to be, and pre-rotate that edge and gatekeep everybody that's coming out from hangars. So, for example, if the circle does shift south towards train station, which is where I think it's going to rotate, then all these guys that are up here are going to be caught out. So you could go ahead and sit on train station roof or sit on a building around that and gatekeep those assholes and or push them, because you know they're going to be rotating into you and they're going to have to cross in the open. When you have endings with wide open areas, you want to take advantage of that.
Loadout drop headed your way.
Load up, drop, headed your way.
Good timing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You should have your guns, man. You know. Simple as that.
The farthest sniper shot. No, I don't know 100%, but I think
Well,
I
get sniped
think
for
I
a
have the
third
world
game
record in
for a
Black
third
Ops
time in a
4
row.
for the world's longest sniper shot in Blackout.
Yeah.
It was 1.4 kilometers, which is pretty far. This game, I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. I really don't know.
Must be the bounty. Do we have a UAV?
Probably
or no?
pretty far. The first 3 or 4 seasons, all I did was snipe, so I would imagine I got some far out shot, especially in the early days when people were just lay prone in bushes.
I got this guy.
All right, example right here, right? Look where the circle's at. We're on the hill. We've got good cover. Granted, we're kind of vulnerable to train stations, so you need to make a decision on that. But we could easily gatekeep everyone that's coming down from the north-hand side of the map. But again, you run the huge risk of having train station really f you up.
That's a full.
But with the trees and the cover and the ridges and things like that, you can play it. You can manage it as long as you do it correctly.
Behind us. What the fuck?
Yeah,
He must have kept running.
Where those shots come from?
the shots came from like.
We have a buyback at train. That might be the
Oh,
bounty.
I see him.
Enemy UAV
This guy
overhead.
right here.
Target spotted.
He's down now. On red ping.
I don't think that was a guy, but
Gas is closing in.
Yeah, I hate this ridge too. I'm not much of a gatekeeper myself. I'd rather worry about positioning when it comes to in-game.
Friendly precision air.
I'm just giving you guys both options that you can do. Me personally, I don't want to sit on this hill. The fucking mountain over there to the or over this way, I would definitely go to. That's over to the east. That's a good one to hold. But that little bitty one right there, nah, not for me. You can play it, you can work it, it can work out, but I'd rather worry about rotations and positions. And train station is going to be a power spot for the rest of the game.
You're alone right now?
100%. And look, sometimes you're gonna get endings that are super slow, and you just need to take advantage of it and roll with it. A lot of people get in this habit of slow endings. They want to speed it up. They want to get aggressive, like, camping, bro. I'm gonna get out here. But if it's a slow ending, play slow and just make sure you got this position that's going to be beneficial like this. Definitely work your way over to where exactly orange ping's at. Hold that high ground and make sure you're watching both sides. There's going to be other players coming up here. You're going to get it a tit for tat with sniper rifles and AUGs and shit like that. Don't fall for the bait, because the moment they get a pick, they're going to push your. The moment you get a pick, you're going to probably have to push. The last thing I'm going to do is sit here sniping each other from one rooftop to the other, and they end up solidifying the kills based off of streaks or other shit like that. And holding train station rooftop in general is a hole. I hate holding train station roof, because even if you have one section solidified and you got the staircase covered, you got the ladder covered, you're watching around you, the building's so damn long that if somebody comes up to this thing that's on the right hand side, they can have a clear line of sight over to here where orange is at. So it's just a very hard spot to hold. I don't feel 100% comfortable holding this place. Just make sure you do it carefully and wisely.
I think they're above.
Yeah, his boys are coming.
What the hell is Coco Melon?
Wait, where are the guys that are close, Clee? Oh, they're on the roof. Yeah, right here. Cracked one.
And this is the example I'm just saying. Unfortunately, it's for the enemy team on the downfall. If you're on one rooftop like they are, you're trying to hold that big rooftop, you're gonna get f***ed on if a team comes up from your right hand side. 100%.
They're above. Yeah. They rest.
He's trying to bait for shots right now. He has no idea where the other guy is. I definitely understand that play at all, for sure. Oh my God.
Push me.
Thought we were gonna die for sure.
These guys are above us, so there's still a guy above us.
I think he's up here somewhere.
Yeah. We're fighting them. There's one close though. Oh my God, who's cracking me?
These guys either have to come to you or they have to jump off the building. Either way, y'all should have this
One right
place
here in the corner,
solidified.
you see him?
So you know that?
Never mind.
Yeah, there's one right here on green mark, right here. He's peeking.
I can't shoot him through that, dude.
I don't have
why.
plates. I might have to back out of this fight.
Pop him, daddy.
Yeah, that guy just jumped off. He's down there.
Do you have plates, Amuse?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got plates over there.
One right in front of us.
Run
Watch
right
out.
below you. Right below
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
That was the call. Good call out on blue. Just got us caught up.
Another one. There's another one over here.
Here's plates, Joe.
you. Two.
Good plays,
They
kid.
were
Good
not
plays,
on the
boys.
same team and not shooting at each other.
That fight was so weird,
So
bro.
confused.
I got
What?
one box. Got
Chat,
one
what
box.
the hell is a cocoa melon?
It's on me.
Okay.
And lots of plates.
What kind of dumb is cocoa melon, bro?
Snipe at us.
All right, let's rotate in. Let's
Storm's
rotate in.
coming
Let's
in
get
now.
in. Yeah.
There's still a blue hoodie guy below us, just so you guys know.
No, we killed him. We got
Okay,
the guy.
cool.
We got other kids to the right of train right here.
Relocating.
I mean, low key, we're in a very good spot, boys.
Very good spot.
make
I
sure
love
we
the
clear
fact
the
that
rest
you
of the
you
stuff
hear
from
shots, you pull up your map, see if they're pinging, and that's exactly what's happening. They ping because they don't have suppressors, because whatever reason, and now you know exactly where one enemy team's at. So we have 5 teams left. We know where one team's at because of the ping. Then we have us, and also the guys that we know they're shooting at someone relatively close to them in that area. So we can already account for 2 of the 4 missing teams. And then also with that knowledge, we can go over to the next rooftop and hopefully get some line of sight on the enemy.
Hostile maneuvering.
People right around us still.
Okay, we need to clear this area here.
Moving here.
Green mark.
You won't be disappointed.
That's the place to be right there. Still a lot of people left, dude.
Still a lot of
How
people.
we doing on armor?
We got a guy right below us on minimap as well. What the
I'm getting
fuck?
from behind.
He came out the doorway to left hand side. Damn. And again, just shit like that you can't expect. We could have got caught up real fast.
Well, I'm on the roof.
On me. On me.
Must have been bottom.
I'm
Yeah,
checking
they're
right
on me.
roof, there's nothing
Where's
up
Clee?
here.
I gotta get the Clee. I gotta help Clee. I gotta help Clee.
No, yeah, dude, there's people out. Don't play your life. Play your life.
Please do not look it up. Echo, what's up,
I got you
brother?
from the roof. I got you from the roof.
Clay, I got you, Clay, I got you.
I got one. I got one.
Oh shit, there's people behind me on the roof. Behind me on the roof.
All right, so in game, we need to focus up. We need to get together. It's crazy. People are everywhere. People are hiding because of the train station roof. There's staircase. There's the bottom floor. There's a lot of. I mean, look at this. There's a lot of shit going on, right? You have 2 green buildings. You got the tanks. You got these stupid subway over whatever the fuck you want to call them, and then the building itself. You don't want to get caught up by yourself. You guys got to play together. We have a great spot. There's no reason for us to lose a teammate in this position. Granted, I wasn't sure exactly why 2 of our teammates are on the bottom floor, but they are. I would have played this high ground for sure and just used the elevation to my advantage. Now, chance of us being safe in the next zone is probably slim to none. I think it's going to rotate more to the west or down here. That's exactly where I think it's going to rotate to. And if that happens, then we'll be in kind of a fucked up position. It just really depends on the next circle. But regardless, we should be together in this position. Stop going off and rainbowing by yourselves because you never know what you're going to run into. A lot of people think they can handle it by themselves, but remember, when it's in game, people freeze up, people hide in corners, people hide in staircases, and even though you think you can hear enemies, they're not moving. You're not going to hear shit, right? And I don't know exactly what happened to Blue, but it looks like he got caught up trying to 1v1 and pay the ultimate
Yeah,
price.
that's what I was talking about earlier.
This is a low dropping guy.
It's like a 3rd time I've seen you guys separated, and I can't judge. My team do the same thing, dude.
I'm,
It
I've
sucks.
been
This,
That's one plate, by the way.
this guy's peeking from my red king.
Guy on my mark.
I got a guy in front of me.
And usually in positions like this, when we're running low on plates, I would try to stop ego challenging people as much as possible. Oh, there's another one.
A fucking animation. No.
Yeah, the whole squad should have been on the roof the entire time. No one should have chased anybody. No one should have did nothing. And if you fall off, find a way to get back up, because this is definitely the place to be. For now. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be the place to be here in a second.
Right in front of you, left on that train.
But that's the beauty of in-game. You don't have to make any ultimate decisions right off the cuff. You can actually think about it for a second. Holy shit.
Train.
Who would have known? Weird!
In that little area.
Weird!
But I wouldn't.
Moving.
You know, I'm sure there's other people around.
We should start rotating.
Play your life. Play your...
Now, I will say this. We have the guy on top of green roof still, right? We didn't kill him already, did we? I forget. We have the guy on green roof still. He's going to have to leave before we do, because most of his building's basically gone. We won't have to jump off till a few seconds later. So that'll give us ample amount of opportunity to hopefully get the kill and get the shots off on the guy. Let me know in the chat if you killed him. I really don't remember. There's 3 teams left. That guy's probably a solo. It would put it into a 2v2 fight. So I would hold this rooftop and try to get the kill on the guy on the roof, because if the last thing you want to do is jump down, fly down, whatever the case is, then you're having a 2v2 fight and this dickhead shoots you in the back. That's the last thing you guys want to do. Granted, we do have a lot of cover right here, so we could still jump off, play the cover, and gatekeep him at that point. Just depends on how long the enemy stays on the rooftop for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see this guy.
That one plate.
There's nobody over here. What? Why the hell is nobody at the gas station? That was the second best place to be at besides the rooftop of train station. What the? Damn, whoever holds gas station should win the game. You guys know this map, and I'm sure y'all do. There's nothing. You have no cover. Not a tree, not a stick, not a invisible wall, nothing, nada. So whoever holds this will literally win the game. But unfortunately, these guys are down here. And then this dickhead's probably gonna die. Hopefully, we could get third party, so we gotta win this fight fast as shit. Green roof really making me nervous, and he's hiding in the train too. Oh no! No! You son of a bitch!
1v1, 1v1.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are facing a 1v1 situation.
Right there it is.
Oh, that guy.
Left full, right in the corner. This is the guy from Green Roof. Got eyes on him right now. He does have a great angle on us, so this is gonna be a very hard push. Very hard push.
One behind you.
Oh,
Now he's gonna be plating, going ahead and taking advantage of the plating situation and pushing up, getting the nade hit and the crack again.
get them plates off.
Now in this position, teammates say get the plates off. He's right, but this is complete judgment call right here. If you're feeling cracked and you're beaming, and you know damn well your skill level's higher than the enemy's skill level, which I think in this situation it is. That plate, bro. That damn plate. Hopefully to God, he doesn't come out and become an absolute animal with an AUG and beam us in the face. But judging by the fight and how this took place, I would definitely do this too. I would ego challenge the fuck out of this enemy, because this guy should never have allowed us to break his armor in the first place. The moment that we shot at him, he should have broken away. You know why it took him so long to bail out from that fight and hide behind the AC unit before his armor plates got broken? Because he was mounted. Mounting's awesome, but don't do it if it's a 1v1 fight, because again, it's going to take you a second to get off the animation and hide behind cover. Unfortunately for him, it put him in a bad position, and again, I feel confident we can win this 1v1. Oh, the lag, no! Oh, I was wrong! Oh, no! Oh! Oh no, now I was saying that. Your boy f***ed up. Your boy f***ed up. Your boy oh, and I should have said something. Okay. Again, judgment call. But right gun for the right fight. We literally beamed that asshole to smithereens with the kilo, right?
Yes.
Why change it up? Why change it up? He's not close enough to really need the Mac, bro. We got a VLK on the kilo, bro. Like that's the one. That's the one you fucked him up with in the first place. Kilo in this fight, bro. The moment he head glitches, it's easier to hit headshots on a head glitcher with a VLK scope than with an iron sight. 100% easy. Granted, even with that gun, I did not expect the game to end like that. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Get them plates off.
But I want you to get the place off. Now I'm having nightmares. But literally, look how hard it is for us to actually lock onto the enemy's head. We don't hit a single bullet. And then he switches to the kilo because he realizes I made a mistake. And that was it. GG's. Damn, you hate to see it, man. No, he's trying to rank up his new gun. Oh, that sucks. Damn, you hate to see it, man. Yo, GG. And it started lagging at the end too, so that may have been a thing. Dude, it was a good game. That was a good game. How many kills did I drop? It was a lot of kills. That's all I know. A lot of kills. I'm a streamer, not a mathematician. Get the fuck out of here. Thank you. 40 kills. That's what I thought. I didn't want to say it. Look dumb. Okay, here we are. What the hell's wrong with me?